News and information for the soul. I don't know if it is the educational system in America or if it's lack of experience or if it's simply not listening. But I just don't know how a person like Whoopi Goldberg can change her name to what is most likely a European Jewish name and not know that Hitler did not think of the European Jews as being of pure white blood. By his definition, he felt that the Jewish people in Germany were not Aryan, and he felt that the Aryan race was the highest race of whiteness. But I digress, because I think that there are a lot of people, especially African Americans or black people, that don't understand that within the white race, there's actually racial groups, ethnic groups, if you will, such as Polish, Irish, Scottish, English, German, etc. Slavic, you name it, within their own race. And what Hitler believed is that there was a certain group of white people that was of the highest degree of whiteness. And he did not include the Jews in that belief. However, here in America, we base race primarily on skin. But at the same time, there are white people that are WASP, which stands for White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. There are white people that are Russian, German, etc. Judaism, as we all should know, is a religion. And with that religion comes a wonderful umbrella of people all over the world that are of the Jewish faith and belief system. So what that means is that it wasn't because of their religion that Hitler attempted to exterminate as many Jewish Europeans in Germany as possible, but that he also believed that their particular race, their particular tribe, if you will, was not of pure white blood, so therefore they should be exterminated for the most part. And this was a hideous crime against humanities. But what I really didn't understand is why Whoopi Goldberg didn't understand it. I can see the average American, black or white, not understanding it. And I definitely understand why black Americans or African Americans don't understand it, primarily because when African Americans are dealing with racism in this country, oppression in this country, they believe they're dealing with it from the basis of white people being racist towards them. They're not looking at whether or not the white person is Polish or the white person is Irish or Italian. For the most part, they're just looking at their skin. And in this construct that we have in this country, in America, that's exactly what it is. But we have a whole planet, a whole world out here. And I don't really think that the educational system has helped us by distinguishing us based on race, based on the way we here in this country describe it. But at the same time, I still have a hard time understanding how someone can change their name to Goldberg and not understand the plight of those particular European Jews and what they talk about in the Holocaust. It's almost as if she wasn't listening. They're telling you they experienced their people being exterminated by a Nazi. This Nazi happened to be of German descent, per se. At least Hitler believed he was 100% full-blooded, I believe, German. And there are races within the white race. And it's not just your Irish. That's a race, a people. It's a group of people, Whoopi. And when I saw the clip on The View, how Whoopi really wouldn't listen to anyone on the panel. Joel Behar was really trying to direct her. She wouldn't listen. It was definitely based on race. And I don't know for sure, but I think that Hitler didn't care for the Jewish faith either. But I don't know. But he definitely based it on race because they were a particular tribe within Europe. I don't know the name. I don't know. And when I say tribe, I'm saying, like, for instance, Polish, etc. They were of a certain DNA, even though their skin was white. Hitler was aware of it. And whatever length he went to in order to identify them, then he tagged them as a race of people. So it was definitely based off race. I think that, again, being black in America, I cannot speak for the world because I don't believe when you take other parts of the world, such as Europe, you find that people are a lot more educated on the fact that we all live on a planet and there are races within races. Hell, even within a particular country in Africa, you have tribes within tribes. Really? Yeah. I don't know how many tribes they have in Nigeria alone, the country of Nigeria, but it's got to be over 100. And I think that there are 4 dominant tribes in Nigeria. 4 dominant, one being Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, etc. My concern is for Whoopi, not so much what everyone else is saying that she either deserves it or they're being too hard on her. I'm trying to figure out, how does she get that far? How did she change her name to a European Jewish name per se? How does she go to the synagogue? How does she engage with her friends, a lot of which we know are European Jewish people in this country called America, and not know it after all this time? She was just looking at them as just being white because of their skin, but didn't understand that Hitler believed in a whiteness hierarchy, because that's what it's all about. Hitler believed in a whiteness hierarchy. And that's how we get there to the Holocaust. That's how he depicted, that's how he picked and chose the people that he believed needed to be exterminated based on their tribe. When it comes to Judaism, you have the Ethiopian Jews, you have Hispanic Jews, you have Asian Jews, You have Jewish people around the world. Judaism is a religion. A tribe, a race of people is just that, a race. And it does not matter if both of your skin complexions are the same. One can be Irish while the other one can be Scottish. They're not the same. They may be similar, but they're not the same. And that is a whole race of people. And I think that we miss the boat on it here in this country because everything is preferenced on race. But I think that once you get out there into the world and you start engaging with different people with different backgrounds, especially if you go out and change your name, you should know that they are considered a race of people. They're not just white. And I just found that to be very hard to believe, that she didn't know that. But I do believe she didn't know it. I just don't know how you go on that long in life with friendships and relationships of people that are not just of the Jewish faith, because again, Judaism is a religion like Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, etc., which is Catholicism is part of Christianity, but I digress. And I just don't understand how you go about your life, engage with people that refer to themselves as Jewish, and they happen to be of Jewish descent. Some of their grandparents, even parents for that matter, came out of the Holocaust, they survived it, out of Nazi Germany. And I'm sure she has some friends that have had that experience. And you not understand that they're a race, and you're looking at them through the lens of what America has become in terms of saying everything is black or white. No, it isn't. No, it is not. There's something called history. There's something called human beings. And there's also something called migration. And I think that if we think about race in terms of, okay, if you're black, you're all from Africa, and the Africans never accomplished anything. They never traveled the world. They never did anything at all. They just stayed there in Africa. And then white people stayed in Europe. Then yeah, maybe. But I think only an American can think that. Because the rest of the world is not on that level. I'm not saying that the rest of the world knows everything about the Holocaust or the North Atlantic slave trade or the atrocities of every single group of people of mankind. But these are pretty pivotal, critical things that happen in history. And you don't need to know the details, but the principle of what Nazi Germany was about is that the Jewish people were not considered of the Aryan race. And he believed that the Aryan race is the purest form of whiteness. So he believed in a hierarchy of whiteness. Now, fast forward, once America is shaped and formed, you have the French, you have the Spaniards, you have the English, and they're negotiating or fighting amongst each other for the land. Remember the Spanish War here in America. And I guess because you see white people around the world engaging with one another, and I'm talking about Whoopi, then you think that they're all white, so therefore they don't have a race. I mean, I don't, it makes no sense to me. And it's not applicable to say that because you are black and you're looking at them because they are white, then you are saying it's white on white, when the whole entire principle of Hitler was about being Aryan white. And he believed in the hierarchy of whiteness. So I guess this will be a learning lesson for Whoopi. And as far as I'm concerned, probably for America. Because we know things can be very simple in terms of being black and white, right?